This is just a really quick video about Eschaton, how much it earned, some other stuff as well. Very low budget, don't have the setup for it, just wanted to get this stuff out there. So, what is the point of this video? Just some open and clear stats and an idea of how much a game might make if you release it within a year of development with no marketing at all. Yeah, I like videos like this. Yeah, there's the Steam page, just standard stuff. So what is Eschaton? You've probably not heard of it, unless I've specifically linked you here. It's my first Unity game, my first commercially released game. I've been in the game industry and worked on some selection of games, but there's a couple of things that I want it to be 3D. So much easier to make 3D art than 2D art, I find. A walking simulator, just no complicated mechanics to like faff around with, just trigger boxes, audio stuff. I wanted it to be on Steam. It's always been like a little goal to get a game on Steam, and that's quite easy now, but yeah, like little pat on the back, get it on Steam. I was going to use asset packs and public domain stuff for it. I wasn't at first, but in the end, yeah, that was a big part of it. I wanted it to be weird, like weird games, like subversive stuff, and I think I achieved that one. I wanted it to be set in Scotland because not a lot of games set in Scotland. Really cool landscape, so why not? I wanted low poly graphics because I like them, and I can also make them. So yeah, like I can't go for high definition stuff and spend ages on it because I'm not that good an artist either, and it just won't look good. At least I can get something stylized like this. And this wasn't a beginning either, but audio shenanigans. One of the unique selling points of the game is a sort of binaural audio system based off those CIA tapes that you might have heard of, you might have not. The Gateway program, worth looking into if you're interested in that sort of weird shit. So here's the game trailer. I'll just play it. It's all in real time, by the way. I'm not just ad-libbing this. Spooky stuff. So I hope that gives you a general impression of the game. You can tell it's not like massively high budget. You can tell it's a walking simulator. You can see the style of the graphics. It's like a stylized low poly thing. I think the trailer works well. It's not very exciting, but like it reflects the game well enough, I think. Oh shit. And here's like some general screenshots of the game. I omitted most of this from the Steam page because I wanted it to be a surprise. Not that that'd matter that much, but the thing about the game is there's like it's presented as a general walking simulator, but there's all this weird there's weird shit. So there's a biblically accurate angel there that appears. Big deer. You'll see a bit of that later. That deer thing. Static guy. Just weird shit, but that's the general style. Very low texture, low poly stuff going on. This is a tweet, probably the best tweet I've ever written. and it's not even that good. Uh, but just playing around with like materials and stuff, and I put a static shader on a deer, and I was like, static mesh, and I put it on Twitter, and people liked it, and it got like people stole the tweet and retweeted it, but I was like, we'll just base the game around this. So that became like, it went from a little joke to just being a character. It's quite a nice like hero shot, I think. Like, it's just like big. You can tell it's a deer. It looks as rain. You can tell it's in Scotland, and it's just a bit weird. And like, I think when people look at stuff and think like, or they see something sort of recognisable, it's like, oh, I don't know. I find it appealing in a way. So these are like you probably have skipped to this bit already because let's face it, the previous stuff's like rubbish and doesn't matter anyway. But these are the stats before launch. Just generally set the sale price, not the minimum, but as small as I was comfortable. So $3, £2.30, the sale discount of 20%. The wish list at launch was 250, which really isn't a lot. I don't know how many people should like aim for, but 250 is not a lot. And it was on Steam for 7 to 8 months, and I wish I had it on longer, but I didn't because I just put that off, and I shouldn't have. So here's like the wishlist chart. That's day one there, and that's where I got loads. So that's like me telling people, and probably some Steam visibility, but that soon shot down. Like I think day 2 is probably like here or something. That soon shot down, and then it's just like a general. I didn't post anything. I didn't do any marketing. So it's just general, movement, baseline of maybe 1 or 2 a day or something. I wasn't really bothered. I wasn't really bothered at all. So generally for the game, I think I started it in like late November 2021, and then I finished it after I released it actually because I fucked it up. But it was about a year. I don't know how many hours. I've got about 200 hours on Steam, but about a year of development. Didn't spend anything on marketing. Didn't spend anything on assets there. I only spent money on the Steam fee. Didn't buy anything else. Everything else was either I made it or it was public domain. There's my commits. So this is like the year before. This is just. I must have just got GitHub in February, and that's when I started using it. There's a couple of weeks of like constant commits, and I couldn't be bothered in summer. And then I was just like, oh fuck, I want to release this game. So I just went a bit ham. You know what? I forgot. That doesn't mean anything, that chart. I like at all. I just forgot to commit like loads, and you should, because I broke stuff a lot, and I had to go back and get it back up, and I should have done it more, but I just didn't. And you know what? I'm making another game now, and I've also forgotten to add that to GitHub, and that's going to be a pain anyway. So. Again, you may have just skipped here, but sales to this date. So it came out on November the 3rd. It's been up for about 2.5 months. It's made $1,079. It's 3,700 Freddo bars. Amazing. I mean, I thought it would make 1/10 of that, and I don't know why it sold that much. But here's like the general chart. So there's launch day. That's day 1 there. I think I sold. I don't know, about 80 copies on day 1, but I didn't get the 10 reviews, and people say you should get 10 reviews on your first day. Like, who's reviewing a game on the first day? But you should get 10 reviews on the first day. I think I got 8, and you know what? The second day it shot down to there. And if I got those 10 reviews, I think I might have got that little boost of visibility, and it might have gone, instead of going duh duh, it might have gone duh duh or something. But it went straight down. And this bit here, this little valley, that's when I got my 10th review. And then the next day, I woke up the next day, I was like, wow, that's a lot of sales. And then, it just peaked again, which was nice. It would have been nice to get 10 reviews before, but you know what? I asked some friends to review it, but I didn't force anyone into. And I'm not going to say definitely review my game on the first day, but it's a short game, so a lot of people did, which I'm fine with. And then it just so the sales just like reached the baseline of this is the only day I sold 0 there. Don't know why. Just doesn't matter. But it just went along on a little near 0, near 1 or 2 a day or something. I think I peaked around like 10 a day, not on a sale. Then winter sale shot up again. I set the weekly sale right after that, so as soon as the winter sale ended, it went on another one. Um, yeah, and I think from now on it's just going to be like a sale dependent game. Like when a sale comes on, it'll sell like a couple. Like, don't know. Like it wasn't really my aim to make money, you know. It was my aim to just get a game out, learn Unity, learn Steam, learn publishing, and then done. But yeah, I've only had 15 returns. People say that's quite a good stat, but again, doesn't really bother me. I'm not bothered. People might return it because it costs like $3. People might think like, you know what, I'm not even worth returning. I'm only going to get $3 back. But 36 reviews, 100% positive. I can't complain. This is Wishlist, so that's the first day of Wishlists, and then just continued. I didn't do any marketing, which is obvious because that's my launch day. So it just went on, like chugged along, 1 or 2 a day, and then just shot up. I'm on about 1,500 now. So see how that pans out later. So just the game generally, I might make another video later about just walking through the game and pointing stuff out. It's just interesting to do as a developer and see like what you've done right and wrong. But bad stuff was getting integrated with Steam. That was a pain until I found that face punch stuff. The story was just mental, and I'm not really happy with it, but it serves its purpose well, I think. Animations I completely cut because it's too much work, so there's no animations in the game. And a lot of the gameplay, a lot of puzzles and that, I was just like, you know what? I set myself that deadline of a year, and I just wasn't going to get stuff in. And yeah, I've written malaise there, and it's like, yeah, I was getting fucking sick of working on this game, to be honest. It was really boring at one point, like really boring. And I would like load up the world, look at it, just close Unity again. I was just getting like sick of it, sick of looking at the same level and thinking like, why didn't I make this game like different or like add something or yeah. But you know what? It's good stuff. Oh fuck, I've used the same image, but whatever. So the good bits, it was like quite like 3D modeling. I like making assets and things, and like there's a mansion in the game, and I was placing little things around it. That was fun. And like the problem solving, the like programming stuff, and so I use Playmaker for programming. If you don't know, it's like a flowchart, essentially like a flowchart system. And it was just fun to use. It was fun to solve problems in the game, and yeah, I've learnt a lot that way. So it was good for that. The audio wackiness, again a late addition, but the binaural beats in the game, I don't know if they actually work, but it uses the right frequencies that they should. It should just make you feel, I won't ruin it, it should make you feel a bit weird playing the game. And I'm happy I got that in and got it working. Eschaton making money and having good reviews. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, it's done much better than I thought it would. So yeah, can't complain. I mean, it's made over $1,000. Took me a year. It's made more than other more deserving games have. And yeah, actually finishing a project, pretty good because I don't really do that. I've got like 10 years of unfinished projects, so it's nice to actually be like, oh, I'm gonna finish it. Buying that Steam fee was good because I'm not wasting £70 on an unfinished game. So what I'd do next time, I designed the game before I made it because like Eschaton came off a bunch of tutorials that I made and put together, and I was like, oh, I could just make something out of this. You know, I can get some like nice stylized assets and make some nice assets, and yeah, that like it grew out of that. So I didn't really. You were walking around a level and having interactions and stuff before I had like a story or any like characters or anything. Um, I'm the game I'm working on now. I'm doing. You know what? I'm not actually designing it before I make it. I'm doing the exact same again. Yeah. So whatever. Just ignore that one. Get the Steam page up earlier than 7 months. I wish I did, or I could have just put off the release. But I was coming up. Yeah, I mean, you know, first game can't really. It's a learning experience. The first game because you make a lot of mistakes, and I'm glad I've made all these mistakes with this game because I can just learn from it and make a better one. But I would have the Steam page up longer because you're always getting this organic traffic, so it's good to even if you're not doing any marketing, someone might pick it up, and people will always trickle in and wishlist it. You know, so the longer you can have it up, or the earlier I could have had that page up, the better. And on that, I would probably spend money on marketing it because it'll really make a difference. I think even just shit posting on Twitter probably better than nothing. Um, Yeah, I see a lot of people making Twitter posts with like bugs, and it's all because of that David Welle guy said do it. And you know, it's quite funny. Some of them are quite good, but I think I can't. I don't think I could do that. Like, yeah, I feel like that's just becoming a bit of a tired technique. Fair enough, people doing it and it works, you know. But I see a lot of them. I'm like, oh, this bug. It's like, I, like you just did that on purpose, man. Like it probably appeals to customers and not developers, which is fair enough. Is what you should be doing because it doesn't matter otherwise, does it? Um, but yeah, I will definitely change genres next time. Like Walking Simulator, great for learning Unity because there's not much going on, but it's really boring to make. Um, really boring. But yeah, I think I got a summary page next. Can't remember. Yeah, summary. So actually finished the project. Took a year to make. Made $1,000. Probably make about $2,000 in its first year. Click there. Buy the game. Cheers.